Okay, I'm not going to play it here because I don't want to mess with copyright, but I just listened to the Silver Grove track, and I have to geek out about it a little bit because it is one of my favorite tunes from the whole series so far. Just the way the harpsichord starts it all off, and then when the theme comes in, the way the stringed instrument just kind of hangs out behind the beat, it's so gorgeous. And and the wind instruments syncopating the waltz rhythm, it's just truly a masterpiece. Definitely just going to reference it in my tune and play off of it and allow it to sort of blossom into another original section, and then I will probably come back to the section that sounds like the swamp theme from Brawl, and then have that cap out the tune. But yeah, Frederick Wiedmann absolutely just rocked that tune and the entire soundtrack, but that one really digs deep into my soul. Most music that affects me on the deepest levels do so without any sort of emotional connotation. They just kind of, the music itself tends to bring me to tears completely on its own, and this is up there. This is near that level. Okay, so how to possibly do it justice? Let's give it a try. My clearest thought here involves me moving from the pedal chord, and it does change at the end here. And then I'm going to do the more traditional Silver Grove theme with the more standard chord changes. So let's get started. I think I'm going to also have my version hang behind the beat a little bit to suggest the move back into whimsy. I do love how, because I have the reverb set really high, those chords just hang after I stop everything. Let's do a little bit of pitch play here. Too much! So this is actually going to start on a different chord, but then kind of move back into the traditional chord progression. And this is in a different key from the Silver Grove track, so I am having to do a little bit of mental gymnastics here to figure out the correct progression in this key. I think I might just settle on this compromise, because the ending chord change here in the previous section suggests it's going to keep going down, so... Let's start with that. It's not the actual progression of the Silver Grove theme, but we'll see how it sounds, and if I don't like it, then I can change it later. You can always change what you have if you don't like it. That's the nice thing about this. And that's why this file is notated with the letter L, because every single thing I make, whether it be music or a piece of art or even iterations of game builds, I always have like hundreds of them after only like a month. I back up every single possible version in case I reach a point where I'm like, I hate this, I want to go back to this version here that I made on such and such day, and then I can do that because I saved 8 billion different versions. Granted, this is not great for file storage and computer space, but it's a way to do it, I guess. Anyway, let's try this. I just realized that the bass was way down in that section. That can happen sometimes. Don't realize that I've clicked a note that has a much different velocity than what I want, and then I realize much later. Now I might take that beginning of the theme and resolve it in a completely different way. Let's try something here. There's a part in one of my original tunes for one of my other games that is also sort of like a folk dancey sort of thing, and it also has a resolution very similar to that. And so I guess I'm just sort of in a certain mood right now in terms of my music composition. I won't fight it. I'll let what comes of it come of it. And so far, this is coming of it. Next, I think I will adapt another little section of the Silver Grove theme and have it serve as a bridge back into this part. And have it play twice this time instead of just being its single iteration like it was in the first part.